Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Join your hosts Patti and Meagan on this epic historical journey. If you're here, you probably already know that we love women's sports. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
And just so you guys know, this episode is being brought to you by She Plays, the new platform giving women athletes personal branding and merch collections. She Plays, pay her. Shop now at sheplays.io. So, I hope that was entertaining for everybody to hear me do an ad read.
It was entertaining.
Awesome. So, obviously, we're very excited. This episode is being sponsored by She Plays. We've done a lot of talking about them here and in our social media. So, hopefully, everybody knows who they are. If you don't, go check them out. Sheplays.io. You might be hearing a little bit more about them later on this episode today.
Teaser.
Yes, a little teaser. But more importantly, we are going to be talking about a couple things. The first thing we're going to go through is, guys, we went to the rain game. We went to our first rain game tonight, and it was fun.
It was fun.
I have a lot to say. It was fun. We'll start there, and then we'll finish up the show, and we're gonna have to revert back to baseball, guys, because I feel like there's been some baseball-y things that have happened, and I hope everybody's following along that we just need to talk about. So that's how the show's gonna go. The first thing we're gonna do is
It was Soccer Sunday.
I was like, we had 3 soccer games today. Both of the kids had a soccer game individually, so each one won, so that's 2. And then we plan to go to the rain game tonight with some friends and family.
Friends,
Yeah,
like 18 people.
felt like a lot of
A lot
people.
of
It
people.
felt like a lot of people. But yes, so our friends, Karen and Evelyn, the founders of She Play, came with us, with our family, really. So like we brought the kids and my mom and dad, and then just on a
Brian.
whim, Brian and his family showed up. So we really had the whole crew together tonight, guys, and it was really fun. It was really fun to just get to see
It
everybody.
really
So
was.
yeah, for sure. First time for me going to a rain game. First time for Patty going to rain game.
Absolutely.
First time for me going to a sporting event in Lumen Stadium, and I say that because our Lumen Field, Lumen
Field.
Stadium, what is it?
It's a
Okay,
stadium
whatever.
called Lumen
Anyway,
Field.
yeah, Lumen Field. I've been to a corporate event there, but I've never been to a sporting event there. So, and you've never, yeah.
No.
So, it was just, navigating the whole thing. We took public transit, which we enjoy when we can go to, I mean, we even enjoy taking public transit, to Seattle Center if we have to, but yeah, we really enjoy it. So, took the train up and walked, the 18 miles in between the train and Lumen entrance because to get into T-Mobile, which I've done multiple times to see the Mariners play, it is not very far. It's just like I feel like you get off the train and there you are. It's a little further if you're walking to Lumen Field, and especially if they make you go in the gates that are like at the other side of the universe.
Which
So
they did.
they did. And after our kids played 2 soccer games, they were like, "Do we really have to walk all this way?" Anyway.
Yes.
Mm. So yeah, so the Rain we're playing Angel City tonight, and the entirety of the reason why we wanted to go to this game was because one of the She Plays athletes is actually plays for Angel City.
She did.
And she did, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail, but she did not start the game. And so I'm honestly going to say it, and I will say this out loud because I think it's a really important part of women's sports. I was bored, guys, at the beginning of the game because I don't know any of these players. And I realized very quickly that that is what invests me in the sport, is that if
Yeah.
I know something about the players, and I just haven't taken any time. I'm sure these players are very interesting people that have very interesting lives that I would love to follow. I just haven't taken the time to do it. And we've had a lot of people encourage us to go to a rain game. So, I just want to say for myself, I really like honed into I am one of those women's sports fans that really has to be invested in the athletes as people as
Hmm.
well as athletes to really enjoy a game. Because as soon as Priska, who is the She Plays athlete, who I know a little bit about, stepped on the field, and don't get me wrong, she's an amazing player and she had an amazing play. But I was like lightning focused on her and what she was doing at that point because I felt like I feel like I know her a little bit, and I'm like there was some investment there. So I just want to start saying that way that like I was a little bored at the beginning, guys.
It's true, and I said this too because the players were so far away. We weren't the seats weren't bad, but
No,
we weren't
no.
close enough, and all the stuff is at the other end of the field. You can't see players' faces. You kind of get to know them from the way their hair is and the way they look
Yeah.
on the field. I ended up watching the jumbotron because I could see their faces, and I
Yeah.
got a little bit more invested in that way. But it's true. I want the story too. I want to know who they're hanging out with and what their dog's name is
Yeah,
and
and just a
and
little bit of their
yeah,
backstory, that it just helps us be involved more. So, all this to say, we're gonna have to spend a little more time getting to know Rain players if we go see the Rain anymore,
we are going to
because
have to do that.
yeah, yeah. So the game, first 30 minutes, there was a lot of kicking the ball
A lot of running.
and running around the field. And I'm sure somebody who knows soccer could probably talk a little bit more in depth about it, but I cannot. There was a goal at 32
By
minutes
Angel City.
by
Yeah, I
Angel
saw
Fit.
that one.
I did see that one. Oh yeah, this is kind of going to be the joke of the whole game too. I was there during that one, and I told the kid because the kids were like, "Oh, then we want to go walk around the concourse." I'm like, "Okay, at halftime, we'll go at halftime." So,
They
halftime,
did.
yeah. So Angel City got their first goal. So I get up and walk around, and I'm walking around with the kids during halftime. The big one decides he wants to go back and sit down. I'm like, okay, so we walk him back to his seat, and the little one's like, I want ice cream. Well, if you guys don't know, the ice cream line is the longest line at the Rain games.
She was gone for
It
hours.
felt like I was gone for hours. But the funny thing is I was not in my seat for both of the
Both.
Rain goals,
They came quickly. The
and they
ones that
did.
did come quickly.
They did. So at 50 minutes and 52 minutes, they, pretty much back-to-back goals were scored by the Rain. And it's funny because it was, oh, was her first name Sally
Mm,
Menti?
mm.
I think her first name is Sally. I'm sorry, guys. Sally Menti, I believe, is the woman who scored the first. She's a midfielder. She scored the first goal, and she was assisted by my official. And the funny thing is the second goal, 2 minutes later, was scored by my official, who is a striker, and assisted by Sally
Maya,
Menti.
Mia.
Oh, maybe it's Mia.
I think it's Mia.
Mia, I'm sorry, Mia. So anyway, so I thought that was really funny that it was like one of them was one way and the other one was the other way. 2 minutes
They're good.
apart. 2 minutes apart. The gentleman that was standing in front of me in the line with his son looked at me and was like, "We missed both the goals," and I'm like, "Yep, we did."
Yeah, but you got the ice cream.
But we got the ice cream for sure. So anyway, so I come back and we're 2 goals ahead. Or no, we're 1 goal ahead. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So it's 2-1. And then what was this? 66 minutes in, substitutions start coming. Substitutions. And then at
69
69, yeah.
minutes.
So Priska
Chilufia.
Chilufya, if we're saying
Chilufia.
that wrong, we apologize. Who is obviously the athlete that we knew a little bit about playing for Angel City, gets subbed in, and literally 69 minutes, and then at 72 minutes, she scores a
Beauty.
beautiful
Oh my
one-touch goal. Yeah,
gosh.
it was, I know I feel bad because I know we're Seattle fans, but like, it was just one of those moments of like
She ran so fast. Like she was like lightning fast, caught up with it. One touch. It wasn't hard. It wasn't a hard striker. And I heard she's a high impact striker,
that's what,
where she
yeah,
comes in and saves a game.
yeah.
But
So this was something I learned about. Okay, guys. So this is something I learned about soccer today. Is that I understood that they come in and they play most of the game. So like hockey is a lot different. So for those of our friends who are hockey fans, yeah, they're fans.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, hockey's a lot different because they're getting subbed in, subbed out all,
It
there's
takes a lot
it's
out of you.
everything.
It's
Right. But it's like the whole game. Lines are changing, different players are on the ice and blah, blah, blah. Like to the point that like I really appreciate in the NHL, they have a lot of those tickers at the bottom of the screen that will tell you who's on the ice. So then if you're not like super certain, you can just look at the ticker at the bottom of the screen anyway. But long story short, they're everybody's changing in and out. So in soccer, that's not the case. In soccer, they play and then they sub out at the end of the game. And in my ignorance prior to this game, I was like, oh, they put all their best players in at the beginning of the game and then they play till they get tired and then they sub them out with like the next best thing. That is not what happens.
nope.
They say, and it's obviously this is strategic. They save some of the best players to get subbed in, like Priska, at the end of the game because they come in and they're finishers and they can do
They're
these.
fresh and fast and
Yeah. Yeah, and especially if they get in a moment like she did, where she was up against a defender who was tired, she just like literally, got a pass, and it was like it was a beautiful goal.
It really
Anyway,
was.
but the joke is at that point, my mom actually said to me, Megan, can you leave again? Because we had scored all the goals when I wasn't there. And I was like, well, that's not very nice. And then our internet friend Justin also said I should probably go make a quesadilla, which I thought was the funniest thing ever. Because I said that, I was gone for both of the goals, and he was like, well, then you should probably leave again.
And you know what? Did she go make a quesadilla?
I did
No.
not.
And the game ended 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I also am just like, I don't understand a tie game. And Brian, oh, we haven't clinked
No, we
Brian.
haven't clinked.
Brian.
Right.
Brian was there and was making fun of me. He said, how American of you needing someone to win. But I was just like, it's a sporting event. Don't we need a winner and a not winner? Like, I
There's
hate
a
to say a loser,
there's a lot of ties in soccer.
but how does that get counted?
It gets counted in a third category, the tie category.
And
I don't
then,
know points. I don't know
oh,
points.
yeah, okay.
I don't know fouls. There was an interference at one point,
Oh, yeah,
and
there was two yellow cards at the
okay,
end,
but
one
that's
against
the
them
thing
and one
because
against
it
us.
wasn't called, but it was interference in my book because in hockey, like she didn't have the ball, someone came up and just rammed her. Like I didn't think soccer was a contact sport. I mean, I know that people go down, I know there's fouls and stuff, but it looked like interference to me. I don't know what the fouls are in
Yeah.
soccer, but there were late game yellow cards on both
Yes, on both
sides.
sides.
Yeah, so tempers were flaring.
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
it was obvious at the end that they were, I mean, everybody was playing like super hard. I mean, they were
Hmm.
playing just like super, super hard. But again, I felt like the last 20 minutes of the game were the most entertaining
It
for
was very
me.
exciting.
Yeah, for me. And that's just, again, I'm not gonna
It's
lie
the
and say that
truth.
soccer. Well, I'm not just not gonna lie and say that soccer is my favorite sport. It's probably not my favorite sport. It was an entertaining game at the end. I absolutely think that. It's hard. It's just harder to get invested. So I'd love to hear from some of our soccer fan friends. Like, is it because you're invested in the players? Is that why you're invested? Because I can understand that completely. Because like I said, as soon as Priska hit the field, I was like, oh, what is she gonna do? Oh, where's she at? Oh, oh, oh. And it's again, like I think I do that with my favorite tournament players, you know what I mean? Or like, let's get into the baseball realm with my favorite WPBL players. Like I like to watch them play. I like to see what they're doing because I know a little bit about them and it makes me feel connected to them. So
Yeah.
I think it's an important conversation in women's sports too, that as women, as me as a woman, I can't speak for all women, but I think that it is a common thread that we enjoy being connected to the athletes. And, it's important. Like being connected to the athletes is, important. What you
Yeah.
looking up, babe?
I am looking up something really quick.
Oh, okay. I don't know what she's looking at, but I guess I'm gonna continue talking.
Yes.
So after the game completed and it was tied and felt very
It
anticlimactic.
did.
It was just kind of like, do you cheer? Like, I don't know, do we cheer because it was a tie? Like, what do we do? Everybody just got up and left. Like, that's what it felt
It
like.
really did. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, they announced the end of the game. I
Yeah.
guess
It was
there's
like,
extra time, and you're never sure when it's going to end. Like the clock's running and it's going
yeah,
up.
and this going up and not down, which is also
Yeah.
very
So
weird.
you don't know. And like, okay, the ref said there's at least 6 minutes, and they played 6 minutes and more. And there was a stoppage in
There
the
was a
meantime
stoppage.
stoppage.
There was
And
a stoppage.
I don't really feel like they counted that or added any time for that. I don't know. I don't know. But it
Right.
was like, okay, the game's over, and everyone just started leaving. I
Leaving.
was upstairs with our little one was having a little hard time. So I was just like, okay, we have to get up off the floor now, little one, and because people are going to be coming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So anyway, we ended up going down to the field and getting to meet Prisca, which was so kind of her to come over and say hi. And it was really good for her to meet Karen and Evelyn, obviously, because Karen and Evelyn, she is working with them in their company and has a merch line, which is actually a really awesome merch line.
it really is.
I would definitely say go look that up. But
Yeah.
it was fun to meet her and just see her excitement for being there. And I mean, yeah, the athletes they all came over and said hi, which was really cool. It was cool to see them all
It really
just
is.
interacting. So
Yes.
for sure. Um, what else? Do we have anything else to say? Oh, we gotta talk about. We saw my night nurse Megan. We
Yes,
gotta,
we did.
and I brought it. Oh yeah,
Bring
I
it.
was like I brought it out on purpose. So, night nurse Megan was messaging us before the show or before the show. Before the game and saying like, tell me when you guys get here so I can bring you something. So for those that are watching, you can see this, but for those that are listening, I'm holding up, it's a raindrop. It's a little laminated raindrop and it says make it rain. And I guess this is a thing that they're trying to do that they were doing it for corner kicks, but I guess they're doing it for more than corner kicks now. They do a chant, make it rain, and then they hold these up and, do like a little chant thing. So it was really fun because we got them and the kids got them and Brian got one and yeah,
They loved it.
it was super fun. So thank you,
Yeah.
Megan. Just huge shout out to you for making that just really extra special.
Yeah, it was nice talking to her during halftime.
I,
She put her
I, I,
phone down.
yeah, I
She
gave.
missed it because
Well,
she
I got to hug her neck on the concourse. Like we just like ran into each other. And she's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, no, it's good seeing you. So, we miss our Torrent family.
we
It's
really
good
do.
seeing people out, otherwise, but we miss our Torrent family. So
Yes, we do.
for sure. Anything else that we need to say about?
Mm, no.
Okay, guys. We've come to a new part of our show, where Patty is going to do an ad read.
Hey, friends. Megan and Patty here to key you in on the most exciting new company in women's sports right now, She Plays. The platform is designed to give women and non-binary athletes their own personal branding, merch lines, and online shops. Our favorite athlete collection right now is, come on,
It's got to be Priska.
Priska Chalufia.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh, her smile was everything. We loved it. Go check out her merch line. When you shop at She Plays, you're not just buying a super cool shirt, you're directly supporting the athletes on the platform. Every purchase gives up to 80, that's 80% of the profits back to her. She Plays, pay her. Super simple math there. When you shop at sheplays.io, use promo code gloves off for at checkout for 15% off. Oh my God, 15% off of your purchase? Just type gloves off. One word.
One word together, gloves
All
off.
caps, I don't think it matters. Just
No,
gloves off. 15%.
I hope that was as entertaining for everybody else as it was for me.
It was. It was for me. But really, Priska's smile when she came up
She
to us,
was,
it was
yeah,
really when
yeah.
she recognized Karen and
Oh
Evelyn,
yeah, no, it was a
really
big,
smiling
yeah,
ear
it
to
was a
ear.
big,
It
big
was
grin.
really
It
cool.
was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Okay, so that was the rain game. Now we need to dig into some baseball, guys. There's going to be some hockey stuff coming up here pretty soon. Just don't,
It's coming.
we're shifting because there's not a lot of hockey stuff going on right now, but we're obviously we've gotten very invested. We've caught the baseball fever as we've been telling everybody. Um,
We're watching baseball
we're watching
movies.
we watched Bull Durham the other night. It was really funny. It's something I've never seen, which
She's
is
never seen
I'd never
it.
seen Bull Durham. I've seen a lot. Major League was really my baseball movie growing
Mm-mm.
up. Like that one in A League of Their Own, that one too. But
Yeah.
like if like the baseball movie was Major League, I love that movie. So and Sandlot. I actually watched Sandlot with the
You
kids the
did
other
with the
night too.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the kids the other night too. So it was really fun.
We've caught the fever.
We have definitely caught the fever. And so there's a couple things we need to talk about because there's some news. There was some big news today. So today is Sunday. We were recording very late on Sunday
Very
night.
late. It's almost like,
Oh, it's almost
oh my
Monday.
gosh.
So,
Sorry.
but we wanted to record after we went to the after we went to the rain game. That was important to us that we got, we wanted to talk about the rain game and talk about Priska and all that. So, long story short, we where was I going with that?
Baseball.
Yeah, so we got the news. We actually heard this news when we were getting on the train, or maybe even
Wow.
before, I don't remember, on the way to.
WPBL. They're really on top of it.
Yeah, so we got a press release from their PR person stating that they had made a coaching change for one of the teams.
Manager
Um,
change. Coach,
yeah, that's
manager.
so
It's
confusing.
the terminology is
It's different.
yes.
So yes, coach manager for one of the teams. So the Boston Hunters, I believe his first name was Kenneth Folk. Ken Folk. I don't know. I
Falk.
can't remember. Kevin Folk. I can't remember what his first name was. Anyway, he is no longer with the Hunters and they have moved over Keith. I knew it started with a K.
Yeah.
They have moved Jameel Weeks, who was the first base coach for the LA Queens. They moved him over to the head coach of the Hunters, which was very significant because this announcement
Hunters just
came
won.
Well, that is the Hunters did just win their first game yesterday. That
Hmm.
was Saturday,
Hmm.
but then they were about ready to play a game tonight. So they made this announcement, like I mean, really 30 minutes,
Pre-game.
yeah, pregame.
Yeah.
That this the coaching change. I keep hitting the microphone. Sorry, guys. That the coaching change was happening. So I've been,
She's been trying.
scouring
She really
to
has.
find out if we know what happened, if we know why. There is not any official comment. I mean, people are, of course, people are
Speculating.
conjecturing
Hmm.
what they've decided. I think the only real clear hiccup that I can really see is I think, and you even pointed this out the other day, he said in an interview that everybody makes the playoffs. And I think that made it maybe was a little
Maybe that was it.
off-putting.
Because
I
it
don't
wasn't.
know.
It was like we don't.
Who
It
pointed
doesn't.
it
I
out?
I
Yeah.
did. I mean,
Yeah.
it just struck me as like, okay, everyone makes the playoffs. It doesn't mean you don't need to win. Like you still need to try to win.
Right. Right.
So
And so I don't know, like it feels very strange, like coming off of a huge win because beat they beat New York yesterday.
hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm just, I'm struggling through this. Anyway, they beat New York yesterday. And that was their first win. And so it was, it felt odd.
It
It
was
just
just
feels
odd
odd. It
timing.
feels odd that it's like, number one, if he got
Something
fired, I
happened.
mean, if it was baseball firing, like why would they fire him after they got their first win? And if it was him leaving, like why would he leave after they first got their first win?
Something happened.
Something, we just feel like something happened, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the rhythm for the next couple of weeks because Monday, Tuesday is their day off. So we recorded an episode and obviously we haven't talked about any of the games that happened this week, and we watched all the games except for tonight, but we heard I'm really sad we missed tonight. We might go back and watch the replay
Yeah.
because tonight's game, New York versus Boston,
First extra
was
innings.
the first game that went into extra innings. And so New York ended up winning, but not, I mean, they only won by one.
Yeah.
It was 7-6. So Boston was in it until the end.
Hmm.
And from all that we've heard, it was a great game. And that Coach Weeks did a great job and, really getting his players together. And I think that's part of what we've heard the commentators talk a lot about is like this is kind of their spring training because they didn't really have a spring training, and so they're all getting used to playing together and
Hmm.
learning. And so even after a week of play, I think that we see this the chemistry coming for the teams, and the coaching staff like learning the teams and that sort of thing. So any of the games you really feel like you want to talk about over the last week?
I mean, I think it was this past week that I mean, obviously, of course, Danae has 4 home runs.
She has five. She got another home.
She's got one
She
tonight.
got another one
Yeah, I didn't
tonight.
even know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So 5 home runs, which is amazing. And just
Danae
like,
Benitez, who was on the New
yeah,
York Heights, just so everybody, just so people know.
yeah, really, really amazing. And the Grand Slam by Sarah Edwards,
Yeah,
another she plays io
yep.
athlete.
Yeah, Sarah Edwards was also she plays athlete, but
Grand Slam for the Queens. It was pretty cool.
yeah, I think that was Wednesday night. I
It
think,
was.
yeah, I think it was the first game of the quote unquote week because I feel
Okay.
like I feel like that was Wednesday night.
So we already talked about it, or
No,
no? I
we haven't
haven't
talked.
even.
No, no, we haven't
Okay.
talked about any. We haven't
Okay.
talked about any of these.
Oh
No.
yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, LA's playing great. They lost their last game, but they look great. The coach is amazing.
Oh
Just
yeah, well,
waking up
Eric. Yeah.
every morning,
Yeah.
hey Queens, what's up?
Yeah.
And just really doing it well.
EY. That's what they're calling
EY,
him.
yeah,
Eric
Eric
Young.
Young.
Yeah.
Boy, his
EY.
beard is
Yeah,
spot on.
he's a beautiful. I mean, I just like I can appreciate he's a beautiful man with that beautiful white beard, and
Hmm.
there's some magic he is doing with the LA Queens. So we're very
Ashton's captain. I
Oh
think
yeah, I mean just that whole team. Like
yeah,
they just
we
that
like her
team
a
is
lot.
yeah, that I feel like a lot of the teams have a lot of really good talent on them, but LA, I mean and we're paying closer attention to them because they're our team that we've chosen.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And Maggie Fox, her dad calling the game. That was
yes.
pretty cool.
So that was one thing I wanted to talk about is the commentating did change. There was a doubleheader yesterday. So Saturdays, the next couple Saturdays, yes,
Double headers, yeah.
yeah, this Saturday and this past Saturday and the next two all have doubleheaders. And so I don't know if it was because it was a double header that they switched up the commentators because one of the the female commentator, and I'm sorry I don't know their names, I apologize, but like
I can see it, but I can't
one of the
remember.
female commentators commentated both, but then they brought in Maggie Fox's dad, Lauren. His first name is Lauren Fox, to do commentating for for that game that she was playing in. It was
Which
the
is
LA game. Yeah, it
pretty
was the
cool.
LA versus San Francisco game.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it was the game that they lost.
It is.
But
So, it
yeah,
can't happen again, but it was fun to happen one time.
but there was a male commentator tonight that it was not Lauren
Oh,
Fox, is what
okay.
everybody was saying. I don't know who it was, but
Okay.
it was not Lauren Fox. But the commentating is getting better, and so I think that was one thing. The one people thing people were really having a beef with. There's been some technical glitches with the, and we're
Hmm.
just growing pains is what we're calling them. And I don't know,
Giving grace because you know
trying to,
what?
yeah.
It's getting
It
better.
is getting better, and that's the thing is that I don't know if it's because they've heard the fans and the fans have said we want more commentate, like we actually want more baseball commentating. Because I even was reading a thread that somebody said like I feel like I can finally turn away from the TV and still know what's going on because the
That's good.
commentators, it is
Yeah, yeah,
good,
yeah.
and so I think that. Yeah, I'm excited because it feels like not only like they're getting better, but that they're listening
Exactly,
and
because
getting better.
even the first game, you couldn't hear the crowd
Yes,
sounds, and
yeah.
now you can. I don't know if they put mics in the crowd or
They
whatever they
just
did.
changed the mix, I'm sure. But
Whatever
yeah.
they did, it just feels like you're more at the game now
Yeah.
in when you're watching.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
sorry I can't say more about today. Obviously, I didn't know that Danae got another home run.
yeah,
That's all I know.
Danae got another home run. Haas is actually the one from the Hunters, which is Patty likes Haas because she calls her avocado.
I don't know that that's her nickname, but in my book, her nickname is Avocado.
So she plays for the Hunters. I can't remember her first name, but she tied it up. There were two
Oh,
runs that
she
came
sent it
in.
to extra innings?
Yeah, the two
That's
runs that came
something.
in that tied it up were from her at bat. So
Very cool.
again, I've just seen snippets. We haven't seen the whole game, guys, because we were at the rain game, which what a problem to have. Too many women's sports to watch. Oh my gosh, like
Wow.
what a problem to have, right? But I just wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to talk about to talk about any of the games that happened, any of the highlights that we feel like had happened. And I think that yeah, Danae Benitez just, kind of being the home run queen has been really fun to watch. I think another really fun thing that we've got to see, Brittany Apgar, we're going to talk about the LA Queens a little bit heavily right
Mhm.
now, but Brittany Apgar, who is a player on the LA Queens, she got to pitch half of an inning, which was really fun to watch. So she was born without a hand, so she is starting to use a prosthetic to bat, which she has never done before. And so my dad actually told me the story that the reason why she's using a prosthetic is because during I think tryouts for the league, she ended up actually like splitting open her
Her
arm.
arm.
They call it the nub. I'm gonna call it the nub because she calls it the
He
nub,
calls it
and
the
other
nub.
people call it the nub, like on her team. So I think she's okay with this. But like she split open the nub because of the way that she was batting, because the pitches were coming at such a high velocity.
So she's learning on the go,
So
man.
so she basically, and she had two different
Two different
prosthetics.
prosthetics.
Yeah.
One
So
came in one day, and then the next game she had a
yeah.
whole new one, which was, I mean, obviously she's telling them what she needs because there were some glitches with it, and the new one seems really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. And she's just fun to watch too. She plays outfield as well, and like she does she'll catch the ball and then like do the switch up to throw with
Yeah.
the same. I mean, so but she's an
She
effective
fashioned
player.
herself after Jim Abbott. That's what
Yeah.
she really, uh what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. My wife doesn't know. She not imitates, but
Emulates.
emulates. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, so Brittany Apgar is one to watch. She's really fun to watch. The other one that actually is really fun was okay. So I have to talk about
Oh my God. Sato.
Sato.
Her
Um,
smile. What is
so
it about
I don't
smiles?
know, but it's really fun to see. It's really fun to see the athletes enjoying themselves. So she pitched the
The f-
opener, the first game, the inaugural game of the
struggled.
and struggled for 5 innings. Like it was hard. I mean, the Queens had to come back, like had a huge comeback to win
Mhm.
that because it was not a good first outing for her.
Mm-mm.
So then she came out and then she pitched again. I think that was Wednesday's game
Against
that
San
she pitched.
Francisco.
Uh, and it was gorgeous. And like the smile on her face was just immaculate.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So and I saw an interview with her where she was working with a translator too, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like how amazing that she gets to have this experience, but just how hard it's got to be for to not even be communicating in the same language. So, these women are impressive as always. We've talked, the commentators have talked about how a lot of them have, great education, they have degrees, like this and
Engineers
that.
left
Yeah.
and
Most
right.
of them are working, most of them have jobs, that this is baseball is not their full-time job, so they have jobs, talking about what they do and that sort of thing. So it's been just
It has.
a really fun time getting to know.
Another fun player, Denver Bryant,
Oh, Denver
third
Bryant.
baseman,
For
third
the
base
Hunters.
player of the Hunters.
Yeah, for the Hunters.
Very fun
Yeah,
to
oh
watch.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh, kicking the pants.
Yeah, she's great. She's a spitfire. She's got a little personality,
Yeah,
so.
he does. And you know what? The camaraderie between teams too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not just team specific. It's everyone is just having a great time out there, and
Well, and
it's
they've all
really
played
fun to watch.
together and
Yeah.
like played against each other, played with each other.
The
It's
coaches
just.
know everyone. I mean, it's
And honestly, I feel like most of my education that I'm getting right now is from Threads. So I want to give a huge shout out to the Threads community, just because I feel like I can go on there. Like that was the first thing when I heard about the coach change up. The first thing I did was like, "Ooh, let me go to Threads and see what people are saying," because I feel like there's just a really strong baseball community. Maybe we just haven't found baseball in our other algorithms yet, because honestly, I was kind of joking. My mom asked me how our baseball episode went, and I was like, "Yeah, been a little rough, but I think it's because it's kind of like starting over. I think our the fans of our show that are hockey fans are probably like, if they're not
Mhm.
into baseball, they're like, we don't really care right now," which is. That's fine. I
Totally
don't, yeah,
fine.
it doesn't bother me at all, which is why we're going to make sure that people know which episodes are baseball centric and which ones aren't, because it's important for me. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't care. I'm also kind of hoping that more people catch baseball fever, because I would love to see this league, thrive, like not just survive, but thrive,
Thrive.
for sure. So, yeah, we're obviously really down for the baseball and having a good time.
And the kids have really been good too because every day at like 4:30 we're like, "All right,
Okay,
it's our
baseball's on.
turn.
Yeah.
Sorry." And they haven't really said
No,
anything.
no, I think they're kind of into
Yeah.
it too. They're learning, and they get it. And yeah, I mean, it's fun. And it's fun because we brought both the kids to the rain game tonight. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, they have so much exposure. And both of our kids are male children. So
Mhm.
like it's been interesting to me because they're going to have so much exposure to female athletes like growing up, that I mean, even I as a female child didn't have this much exposure to female athletes. So I just think it's great that this is going to be so normal for them sitting around. I mean, there's a bunch of little girls sitting around us at the rain game tonight, and I'm just like, yeah, like I love the fact. Oh, PS, the rain games are free for kids 12 and under.
That's my
So
wife's
yeah,
favorite flex right
it
now.
is right now. I love the fact that you can that like, and I love the fact that the Rain do it, and you have to go on their website. So just FYI, you can't just buy tickets in the normal way. You have to go on their website and like click on the little kids link and da 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 da. But it's not hard, and it's and it
13 and under.
no 12 and under.
Really?
Uh-huh, it's
I
12
thought
and
it was
under.
13.
No, it's 12.
Oh,
It
sorry.
is. It's 12 and under. So if your
Mm,
kids are 13, I'm sorry, they have to pay adult prices for them, but no, it's 13 and under. No, it's 12 and
under
under.
13.
It's under 13. It's
Okay.
12 and under.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, it's a great thing. It's a great way to get kids into
Families
it. It's a
in.
great way to have families, because that was the other thing. It was really, I mean, it's just really, we don't ever feel bad bringing our kids to sporting events. Like, don't hear me wrong, but it's really nice to be sitting around other families and being like, yeah, my kid's having a meltdown right now, but it's like nobody cares because everybody's a parent that's sitting around me. They get it,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ice cream meltdown.
ice cream meltdown for sure.
How apropos.
Okay, so anything else about baseball?
Hmm. No, I'm looking forward. I mean, they get a couple days off now, and
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with myself till
Yeah,
Wednesday.
we don't know what to do with ourselves till Wednesday.
That's
So,
all right.
okay, so real quick, I'm gonna say what's coming up and then we'll do last words. Thursday, I'm gonna put out this out on social media on Monday. So the day that this episode comes out, we'll also put it on social media. But if you guys get a little preview, if you're listening to the podcast, uh, we're doing a little mashup here. It's kind of cool, actually. So when we've talked about Lifelong before, I'm on the board of Lifelong, and they are doing their annual Dining Out for Life this Thursday, August 13th. So happens every single year. A bunch of restaurants all throughout Seattle get together and give part of their profits from that night to Lifelong. And so I I would I'm going to tell you what we're doing, but I'm also going to say lifelong.org. You can go see what restaurants are participating. So
All over the
if
city.
you don't want to come out with us, you can go out with, your friends or somebody else and go someplace
Your
else.
favorite restaurant might be on
Exactly. Your
there.
favorite restaurant may be on there. So we found out our favorite women's sports bar, the Rough and Tumble, both
Yes.
locations, is participating, which they have in the past. This is not new. So excited that they're participating again. And we reached out and just made sure that this was okay that we did this. But we are going to have a little meetup on Thursday, 4:30, because that is when there is a women's professional baseball league game happening. So we figured, what a better thing to get people together, the Rough and Tumble, our favorite women's sports bar, to watch, women's baseball, which is what we're totally into right at this very second in time, and raise some money for Lifelong by, buying some food. So anyway, anybody's welcome, come hang out. We're going to be at the Columbia City location of Rough and Tumble. I know that the other Rough and Tumble will also have the baseball game on because they are all about women's
That's
sports.
right.
But yeah, but again, if that is not does not tickle your fancy, but you still want to help, and you want to have a night out, and you're planning a night out anyway, check out lifelong.org and see what's out there as far as what they're going to be, what participating restaurants are. There's a bunch of them. I mean, there's a bunch, like 30, 45, I don't know, a
A
lot.
lot.
Okay, that was my pitch.
That was your pitch.
You need to do last words.
Last words. And you said that, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't really, what's my last
I
word?
don't know.
I don't know. Soccer Sunday. It has to
Hmm.
be, right? Because it's been soccer literally almost from the time we got up this
Yep.
morning until we're gonna fall into bed tonight. I'm sorry, it's gonna be a late night,
It's
babe.
gonna be a late night.
But Soccer Sunday, hope everyone enjoyed it. And yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah. Go Rain. It was fun watching the women play.
Yeah.
So um excited to get a little more into that. So thank you for everybody who has been encouraging us to go see a Rain game. We finally did it. We did it.
We did it.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay. So hang out with us on Thursday if you can. More
4:30.
baseball. Yeah, more baseball will be coming this weekend. Very excited about that. And who knows what next week will bring. It's gonna be all new adventure.
You know?
I do know, but
You
I'm not
know.
gonna tell. Okay, guys.
Alrighty.
It is late. We are getting out of here.
Gotta
See you
go to
next
bed.
week.
Bye.
Bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.